administration. I want to welcome you to tonight's concert. I want to say thank you, parents, for your support. Your students couldn't experience the success that they do with our fine arts programs without your support. I also want to say thank you to Ms. Sangster and Mr. Combs for their leadership this year. One housekeeping item, if you would please make sure your cell phones are on silent. And if we have some crying babies, maybe just step out for a moment. Enjoy tonight's program, and I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Sangster for a few words.
Good evening. I want to welcome you to the Central Band Junior High Pre-Assessment Concert. Tonight is a practice or dress rehearsal for our bands in preparation for the assessment that takes place on March the 8th. This assessment is very similar to an end-of-course exam or a benchmark exam. There will be a panel of 3 judges who will listen to our performance and assign a score based on a performance rubric. There are fundamental components of the rubric which include tone quality, intonation, articulation, rhythm, precision, and tempo, as well as note accuracy and technique. The other portion of the rubric is musical effect, which includes interpretation and style, balance and blend, phrasing and expression, and dynamics. To receive a superior rating, a band must do well in all of those components. After the performance, the group goes to the second portion of the assessment, which is sight reading. Students and their director have 7 minutes to study the music that they have not seen or played before. After the 7 minutes, the band performs the piece, and a separate rating is given for the sight reading portion of the assessment. Our concert assessment will be held here at Har-Ber High School on Thursday, March the 8th. And as soon as those times are assigned, I will let you know what time our performance will take place. We would love to have an audience. If you're available to come and support the band program, we'd love to have you here. At this time, I would like to welcome Mr. John Combs and the Central Concert Band for their portion of the concert.
Thank you very much for coming tonight. We really appreciate it. And Ms. Sangster's already explained to you everything that we're doing here tonight. We're making a recording. And in the next 7 rehearsals between now, or 8 rehearsals between now and our contest, the kids and I will listen to the tape, take everything apart, put it back together, and see what all we can find that we can make better. The contest will be either the 6th, 7th, or 8th of March. And as soon as we know the date, exact date, we'll let you know. Every band in the region comes to this, and we have to vie for times. We've sent in our request, and if we get our request, life is good. If not, they'll tell us when to go. But the second that we know, we'll start telling the kids, and we'll put out an email to everybody so you'll know what time and date it will happen. Some of the kids were talking a while ago that last year there were like 3 or 4 parents that were in the audience. And it's never going to be at a good time for you because we're junior high, so we will be in the first group that plays. Usually the senior high guys play at night. So we'll be anywhere between 3 and 5. If you could make it, it would really give the kids a boost. It's not very fun to come out and set up and play your best for an auditorium in this room is where the contest will be, and play for 3 judges sitting back up there in the back and nobody there. The more people you have supporting you, the better they'll play because they just love playing for you. So we're going to continue on now. The first tune that we played was Juneau Beach March. And the first time I ever played Juneau Beach March, I found it and took it and played it with a junior high first all-region band, and they had trouble with it. So that tells you the level that these guys are playing up to. I picked some hard stuff, and they have risen and just playing it well. But we're going to find some things wrong with it, and we're going to come back. One of the cool things about being a mature band director, don't laugh, mature band director, is that I really do have my child, who's a band director. And I was talking to him, and I said, I would need a really cool new piece. All I know is old pieces. And he said, Dad, I got one for you. And he played at a contest with his senior high band last year. So I pulled this out, and this is one it's not an easy tune. It's called Our Kingsland Spring. It's by a fairly new composer, Samuel Hazo. And we put it out, and I think the kids really like it. It's very, very difficult to put together. There are many changes. You'll see we'll go from a real fast tempo to a real slow tempo. And this is all calculated by us so that the judges will have things to compare us against. So there's a lot of different dynamic levels in here and a lot of different key time signature changes and tempo changes. So that's what we're looking for. So catch them all, and then we'll catch a few more and get them even better the next time you hear us, all right? So you can tell by the very beginning of that we still have some bugs to work out, and that was totally my fault. So I got to get better at getting them started together. They played what I showed them, and I didn't show them well. The next tune we're going to play is another song that is another senior high song. I got this from another senior high band director several years ago and have used it 2 or 3 times with different honor bands across the state. So it's not an easy piece of music. It's a piece of music that's very, very, very challenging. And again, these guys are doing a very good job with it. It's by one of the again, more mature band composers around named Robert Smith. And if you've been around bands very long, you've played something of his. And it's called Hymn Song Variants. We had some soloists on the march and again on that tune, and I forgot to have them stand up. So if you had a solo on that one or on the march, stand up real quick. Let's give you a round of applause. Just be a quick intermission while we swap bands. Thank you.
the Tightrope Walker March. The drama of the High Wire Artists Act is contrasted with the excitement and pageantry of the big top atmosphere, but a touch of humor may be heard with the added beats of alternating rhythms. The conclusion features a piccolo solo by Bethany Thomas and leaves no doubt that the Tightrope Walker has completed his perilous journey successfully. Our second piece is Green Willow Portrait. This piece is a British folk song with a beautiful melody. Slow legato pieces are very challenging, especially for young musicians. This piece will feature the following soloists: Jonathan Dunlap on trumpet, Brady Billingsley on oboe, Aaron Falden on alto saxophone, and Dixie Casebolt on flute. Robert W. Smith's visit to the British Isles was the catalyst and inspiration for our final piece by Locken Mountain. This piece will feature soloists Nathan Dunlap on euphonium, Brady Billingsley on oboe, and Will Hudson on tuba. We hope you enjoy our journey to the land of castles and kilts. Thank you so much for being here tonight, and we'll let you know as soon as we know what time we're playing for a contest. And I thought all the kids did an awesome job, and thank you so much, parents, for all of your support for our band program.